Hey everybody, Gal with Account 23 and welcome to day 7 and the last day of my top of 2014. And in this video I'm going to be counting down my picks for the top 5 scenes of the year. Now in my opinion these specific scenes from these specific films stood out to me the most. I made notes kind of throughout the year of scenes I just found interesting, whether it be the content itself or the way it's shot, the way the actors kind of interact with each other, whatever. So yeah, this is my pick for the top 5 scenes of the year. So I'm going to have to refer to my notes again. Now in at number 5 is a scene from a film that I really liked. It's not going to be in my top films of the year, but I just really like the performances, the kind of the setting, the characters and everything else, and that is Starred Up. And the scene itself I'm going to be calling Red Almost Dead. Now, this film is very, very well shot. It's set in a prison. So Jack O'Connell and Ben Mendelsohn as a father and son. Basically, Jack O'Connell plays this guy who kind of, I think about 18 years old, 17, 18 years old, who is starred up, which means he is transferred to an adult prison where he happens to be in with his dad, again played by Ben Mendelsohn. And there's a scene near the end. By the way, this video will contain spoilers, but I will put spoilers in the title. So you have been warned. But yeah, in this film, in this scene is a scene towards the end, and I'm not going to go into too much detail, but all this shit has happened, and basically the kind of the head of this prison he's just taken a bit of a dislike to this character. So what he does, he puts the whole prison on lockdown, and basically he locks Ben Mendelsohn in a cell and he locks Jack O'Connell in a cell. Basically he goes in Jack O'Connell's cell, puts this red rag over the window, makes a noose out of kind of duvet, sheets and duvet covers, and kind of puts it around Jack O'Connell's neck, and ties the other end to the window and tries to kind of make it look like he's tried to kill himself. But the thing that really kind of stood out to me was the way it's shot. It's really kind of it's just really kind of dark in kind of the content, and also kind of the lighting as well, in the lighting sense. It's very, very dark. But what kind of the only thing that illuminates the whole scene is this really this red kind of rag, like I say, he puts over the window, and it's just really. It's just when it stood out to me because it's like one of those scenes that you're not quite sure what's going to happen next. You're kind of excited but in trepidation at the same time. It kind of felt like a film, like for a scene from like a David Lynch film kind of. I don't know. It's really hard to explain. It's just like there's not too much dialogue. There's not too many characters in the scene. It's just the way it's shot, very moody, very dark. But very, very, very red, which is why I call the scene Red Almost Dead. And yeah, it's just really a scene that stood out to me of the year, and it's why it's at number 5. So that's number 5, Red Almost Dead from Starred Up. Now at number 4, we have a scene, or rather a shot from definitely the best horror film of the year, Jennifer Kent's The Babadook. Really, really like this film. It's a really effective horror movie, and the scene that stood out to me in this film is quite hard to explain without giving away too much. Basically, this woman has gone mad, and she is sat in a chair. It's really, even thinking about it creeps me out. We'll say this about this film: it's the first film that kind of genuinely terrified, properly terrified me to my core since I saw Mulholland Drive, which is again one of the scariest films ever made. But yeah, I've never been scared that much since then, which is the highest praise I can give it. But yeah, this scene is basically she's sat in a chair and she's watching this news report of a woman who I think kind of killed her child and then herself, and she's looking at the TV just regularly, and she sees this character in this window on this building. And you can see this little kind of silhouette of a person's face in the corner of the window, and it gradually zooms in. If you've seen Inland Empire, it kind of reminded me of that scene where that really scary scene where Laura Dern is kind of running towards the camera. She makes that really scary face. It's just it zooms into this window, and you see that it's her looking at herself, but she's got this really kind of maniacal grin on her face. It keeps zooming in, and you just see this like really scary face, and it's just really. So even thinking about, I remember I was reading on kind of the message boards on IMDb, and I saw someone had mentioned this, and literally my bones kind of went cold. It's really, really scary. Definitely my. It's not particularly a scene. It's more a shot. Really, it's that shot of that face, and the camera just kind of gradually zooms in. Oh God, it's horrible. But it's what makes it so effective, you know. So yeah, for number 4 we had scene from the Babadook, and I'm going to call that scene "Window into the Face" because that's the only name I can think of. So yeah, that's number 4. So number 3 is one of the best fight scenes I've ever seen personally, and it's from one of the best action films I've ever seen personally. From The Raid 2. I think we all know where this is going, and it is the kitchen fight scene towards the end of the film. I mean, what can I say that or hasn't already been said about this film? It's just, well, I wouldn't say non-stop action, but when the action kicks in, it is non-stop. It's just punch, 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 shoot, 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 kill, 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 rinse and repeat. But it's done in a way that feels really fresh, and it's basically kind of like a massive kind of crime saga, Indonesian film. It's just really, really well shot, and definitely the best fight scene of the film is towards the end, the kitchen fight. Which is the scene I'm going to call the kitchen fight. But it's just really, I mean, it's just in a film of standout action sequences, this action sequence stands out. It's very fast paced, as you could probably guess from if you've seen kind of the first film. It's violent. It's not too bloody, but it's bloody enough to kind of satisfy the gore hounds. But it's filmed absolutely brilliantly. It's just you feel every punch. Feel every slash, just feel every kind of hit that these characters take. It's very close up. It's very dirty, very gritty, but it's what makes it amazing, you know. And great kind of aerial acrobatic skills and stuff like that. It really is hard to explain, but it's really, really cool scene, and like I say, in a really standout scene. I really, really loved it, and which is why it's a number 2. Number 3. In a number 2 is a scene from a film that I absolutely adored. It's one of my favourite films of all time now. A film called Boyhood. If you haven't seen it, you have to see it. It's one of the best films I've ever seen personally, and this is a scene I'm going to call Photographic Tears. It's a scene that happens towards the end of the film. Basically, the character of Mason has grown up to be an 18-year-old, 18-year-old man, and is basically going off to college. His mother has had not exactly a good track record with husbands. And basically, it's just a scene. It's just those two characters. It's a scene in kind of she's moved into kind of like a bedsit kind of place. He's going off to college. He's packing all his stuff up, and he's kind of he's in one room. She's in the other room. She's in kind of the kitchen. He's in a bedroom, putting all his stuff away, and he's kind of like taking what he wants to college. And she puts a photograph. Basically, he's like a really good photographer, and she put a photo. It's basically the first photo he ever took. And she puts it in this box, and basically it's just her sat on a table, and basically he decides that he doesn't want to take this picture. He doesn't know why she's put it in this box. He doesn't want it. He doesn't need it, but she just thinks that it's very important to him and to her as well. And it's my favourite scene of the film. Definitely, it's like I say, it's just her in the kitchen, and she just breaks down. Starts crying, and basically she says that basically she just kind of, this is her life, you know. She hasn't really lived it properly. I say she's like, it's like life doesn't. It doesn't. I mean, the film might end, but life just doesn't. At least not if you live for a long time. At least anyway. But yeah, it got to me. I don't quite know why, but it just did. I actually teared up a little bit as well. It just kind of, I don't know, it just kind of, it just is. I don't quite know what I'm trying to say really, but it's just a great scene, played brilliantly by L.R. Coltrane and Patricia Arquette. I mean, not only do you kind of follow this child growing up, but you also follow this adult growing up as well. I mean, she starts off as kind of a late 20s, I think, woman, and kind of like goes through. I mean, she's changing as well. You know, it's not just this one character. I mean, all the characters in the film are changing, but it's basically it's these two. You know, and that's what I think it just kind of got to me really. I'm not quite sure why, but it just did. And she just says kind of like, this is my life. Like I say, I haven't lived it properly. I don't really know, but yeah, that's why I love that scene, and that's why it's a number 2. But a number 1 is, oh man, is a scene from, again, a film that you might have seen on my picks for the top 5 characters of the year, and that is the film Whiplash. And again, it doesn't actually come out in the UK till the 16th of January, but I saw it last year. Or yeah, it is last year now because it's 1st of January today. So I watched it last year, and yeah, and it's just, this film is full of great scenes, but this one really stood out. There's so many great scenes in this film though. The first rehearsal scene, the kind of the showdown scene, kind of in the middle, where it's like there's like 3 people, and yeah, this kind of one scene I'm trying to explain is basically kind of this Miles Teller's character has to play this song called Whiplash, and it's like really fast drumming, and basically like 3 people, and basically the guy Terence Fisher basically says that they are not going to leave this rehearsal hall till somebody gets this tempo down. It's like 3 guys, they keep trying at it, but they just can't get it. That isn't the scene in question. The scene I'm going to go for is the finale scene. The last kind of like 10, maybe 15 minutes is just absolutely mesmerising. I don't want to go into too many spoilers, but basically this character of Terence Fisher does something to this other character, and kind of shit goes wrong basically. And yeah, it's just absolutely amazing. It starts off. Well, yeah, I'll explain the whole thing. Basically, something happened to this Terence character, and basically he gave Miles Teller's character this sheet music, but it's the wrong sheet music for the film, for the song they're going to play. Basically, he fucks him over. So he just starts, like, the whole band starts playing, and he just kind of like starts playing just like a random beat, you know. He's just not really kind of doing anything, just kind of like just hitting things randomly. And he kind of builds up a little bit of a beat. He tries to get his kind of like the beat down. He's not really succeeding. The band's playing. He's playing something different. They all start to kind of notice that he's playing the wrong thing. And it's just kind of like drumming away. And the song ends, and they just stop playing. Then the next song starts up, and then again they're just playing. And he starts just playing on it on his own. He just starts playing on his own, just kind of when the band's not doing anything. He has his sheet music in front of him. He starts playing that song. He starts beating on the drums, you know, like really just lightly. And then there's like a kind of thing like celloist next to him, and he says to him, "I'll count you in. I'll count you in," and just kind of like doing like that. And he starts off this. Oh, it's really cool. He basically starts off this song, like drumming. He like the band kind of like joins in, kind of to the song he's playing, and there's like this J.K. Simmons just the eyes. You just see this guy's eyes, and he's like, "What the hell are you doing? What the fuck are you doing?" And he's like, "You did this to me," kind of thing. And it's like it's all in the eyes. He just Miles Teller just keep banging on the thing, and then Terence Fisher is there. He's right at the front. Basically, the look between those two is absolutely mesmerising. You just see the eyes. Just Miles Teller's character looks at him with really like, "I hate you." And then Terence Fisher, oh man, he just he goes like that and says, "Yeah." He just looks into his eyes and he says, "Yeah, you could be one of the greats." And it's just really, 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 really just mesmerisingly awesome, just to the bone. It's just really, oh man, it's hard to put into words. It's incredible, you know. Like I say, just kind of the faces that these two guys are pulling, and he's like, I can't really do the eyes very well. He's like, yes, like that kind of thing. But it's just absolutely amazing. I implore anyone when this film comes out to go and see it. It's a beguiling, really. It's absolutely amazing though, and I think it's a film that everyone should see. Kind of the same as Boyhood, but for different kind of reasons. Honestly, the performances in this film are just absolutely mesmerising, and I hope against hope that they get some kind of Oscar, some kind of like recognition at the Oscars, because it totally deserves it. Really well shot as well. But it's the characters and the music is really good, kind of like jazz drumming and stuff like that. But it's just done in a way that's absolutely incredible, and that's why it's my favourite scene of the year. So yeah, that'll about do for this video, and about do for this video series. So hope you've at least semi-enjoyed it. I quite enjoyed doing it. I like doing kind of like a lot of different kind of lists. Basically, I was going to do kind of just 5, and I thought I'd do kind of like 1 a week, obviously including the weekend. So yeah, it's just really fun to kind of it's fun to kind of think of the kind of subject, but it's also fun to actually think of the scenes themselves. And but yeah, it's been an absolute great year for film, and I hope if 2015 is half as good as this year, it's going to be absolutely incredible. And yeah, so that'll do for the video. I mean, I've had a lot of fun doing it. I hope you've had at least a little bit of fun watching it. I like doing countdowns, and my top 20 films of 2014 will be coming soon. I think I might go and see Whiplash again before I do that, but I'm not 100% sure. But it'll be here in the next couple of weeks at least. I might do it quite soon, but I might wait for a bit. I'm not quite sure yet. But my top 20 will be coming, and yeah, so that'll be coming soon. And yeah, so yeah, that was the end of this video. And yeah, so there we go. So yeah, at number 5 we had Red Almost Dead from Starred Up. At number 4 we had Window into the Face from The Babadook. Number 3 we had The Raid 2 Kitchen Fight. And number 2 we had Boyhood and Photographic Tears. And number 1 we had, couldn't really think of a name for this scene, but I'll just call it Whiplash end scene number 1. So yeah, that'll about do for this video. So until next time, like I say, top 20 will be coming soon, which will probably be my next video, to be honest. So yeah, but I'll see you on that video, and thanks as always for watching. I hope you had a great 2014, and I hope 2015 is going to be good as well. So yeah, thanks as always for watching, and have a great day.